Hello, 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 and welcome to another stream of Coffee Talk. So yeah, it's been 2-3 days since my last stream of this because it sort of fucked up my voice. I haven't spoken like that in a long time, or so continuously rather, put it that way. Yeah, let's just jump straight into it. I think I was on the. I actually can't even recall what day I was on. But let's just continue, I guess. I'm sure that'll be okay. What day is this? Okay, everyone's still there, thankfully. Oh, is that just how we started it? Are you sure that'll be okay? What's this? This is just menu. Okay, I guess let's just go. Are you sure that'll be okay? Yes. I mean, it would be really hard to pull off. But it's something that'll make the story different. Different isn't always good. It's a neat concept, but you need to handle it carefully and gracefully. I know. I wonder if this is the thing she was talking about. Oh, hello. Hey, Gala. Good evening, everyone. Welcome, Mr. Gala. Am I interrupting? It looked like you were having an intense discussion. It's nothing. Moss was just giving me feedback. It's for the book I'm writing. Sounds like a heavy discussion. What are you up to tonight? I'm just planning to sit and relax. Please don't let my presence interrupt you. Oh, don't worry about it. Although, I need to interrupt Moss for a moment. Sure, how can I help? Can I have a cup of... You remember my remedy? Of course. Do you want to give it a try? My last order didn't quite hit the spot. Remember, it's tea and ginger. The last thing is definitely a different ingredient from either of those. Okay. Remember, it has... I didn't fuck up the tea and ginger part last time, I just added something else. Yo. Jeez. Tea... Ginger... I mean, let's just start at milk, because I think I added honey last time. So instead of making it fancy, let's start just with fucking milk and go from there. Ginger milk tea. Is this it? Almost, but no, it's not quite it. Anyway, please don't mind me. Continue with your discussion. Okay, so he says it's almost that. And last time I had tea and ginger. Tea, ginger, and honey. That wasn't it at all. So I'm wondering if it's those ingredients, but in a different way around. Let's try that. Anyway, please don't mind me. Continue with your discussion. Yeah. Don't worry, Mr. Gala. We're done for the night. You're done. I've had a lot of new homework thanks to you. I have no idea what I fucking spoke to last time. I thought this was the starting of a new day. You're welcome. Is Hyde coming? No, I'm by myself tonight. It's gonna be a peaceful night then. That's mean, Freya. Oh, come on, I was just joking. He needs to learn how to communicate his thoughts nicely, though. He might not look like it, but is a very kind person, you know. He doesn't show it, that's for sure. That applies to you as well. Oh, come on. Oh, he's back. Bailey's. Good evening, everyone. Welcome, Mr. Bailey. Hiya. Hiya. How are you doing, Freya? Not good. What's going on? Mosk was just criticizing my story. It's called feedback. It's cruel. It's necessary. Sounds interesting. What's the problem with the story? The story's non-linear and it's quite complicated. Imagine a choose your own adventure storybook, but for adults. Sounds pretty common so far. But instead of telling you which page to turn to, each decision you make will give you a score. What? That score will determine which page you should go to. That sounds more like a video game than a book. I know, it's not that original. But my target here is the mainstream audience. Huh? With the help of my publisher, this kind of book might go mainstream. Just like that Choose Your Own Adventure show on Netstream. It was nothing new, but because of the marketing and the names involved, it reached the mainstream market. That sounds interesting. ... And highly ambitious, Freya. At least it's simpler than my other ideas, which is making the novel not in the form of a book, but in the form of story cards. Okay, certainly this saved at an odd spot then, because this is... I don't remember any of these conversations previously. What? I know, right? As if she has all the time in the world, and that's before even considering the sensitive issue of setting the story in a world where only humans exist. What did you say? No, there's a reason why it has to be that way. Just wait till I finished it, okay? Alright. As Moss Gaming said though, I won't have the time. Getting a normal pitch approved is already a steep climb. Let's not make the mountain even higher. Fair enough. What's the story all about, by the way? You'll have to wait for it. Don't want to spoil the fun. If you say so. Anyway, I haven't ordered anything. What do you want to drink tonight? Ginger latte, if you know how to make it. So I'm assuming instead of milk, it's coffee, milk, ginger. Okay. So say coffee, ginger, milk. It says ginger latte. Here you go. Thanks. Damn, that's good. Yeah, better than your... Was it him or was it the vampire? I think it was the vampire. No, it was him that fucking laughed at my coffee. No, it was the vampire. He laughed at my Eye of Sauron art. Favorite things: punk. Been listening to pumpkin spice since I was a wee lad. What I'm doing with my life: escaping bloodlines, experiencing life one color at a time. One day I'll have my own solo exhibition. Jeez, expedition. And these people aren't my friends because I've been fucking up their coffee, especially him. I got her thing right. I got his thing right. They just need to come more often. Yeah, ginger latte. With this kind of drink making skill, I wonder why your place isn't bigger. What we have here now is more than enough for me. Sorry, that was bothering me. Whatever floats a boat, I guess. By the way, how are you doing, Baileys? Still busy with your last client? I'm done with her. Done? As in dropping the project? Hey, I'm not crazy. I still need the money. Done as in I finished the job. I've spent the past few days making sure it's even done before the deadline. Did she like it? Oh, she loved it. She had some complaints, of course, but I convinced her by using some design terms that she doesn't understand. So you finished your job by bullshitting her. Haha, haha. The finest bullshit, my lady. That's one survival skill every freelancer must have. Are you working in anything right now? No. I'm taking a break from work. Oh, must have been a well-paying job. I need to work on a few personal matters. Oh. Like you and Lua? Something like that. By the way, I'm curious. How did you guys meet? If you don't mind me asking. I don't mind. It's just that I was young and stupid, you know? Oh, come on. Who hasn't been there? You're right. So, I was a bit of a player back in college. Oh, spicy. Spicy meatball. And I was going after my then best friend's girlfriend's friend. Jeez. Wait, what? Okay, I'll say it slowly. I used to have a best friend. He was an incubus. Okay. Let's call him Cognac. Cognac has a girlfriend. Still following. And that girl has a friend. The friend is the one I'm after. Oh, that's... Okay, got it. She was one of the hottest girls there. But everyone knew she wasn't the type of girl you'd want to date. Why? I don't even want to get into details, but the succubus was super hot, and all of the guys wanted to sleep with her. She was a player too. Huh? That doesn't sound like Lua at all. Because it wasn't Lua, genius. Huh? Lua was my friend's goal. Holy moly. This is getting spicier. The other girl's name was... let's just call her Rose. Continue. I knew Lua thanks to her relationship with Cognac. That's a fake name you made up, right? Yes. Now, will you let me continue without interruptions? Okay. You know what? I think I'm gonna prepare myself and just get myself a glass of water or something so that I can really feel my throat going from all the talking. So, just give me a second to get myself some water. Right, sorry about that. Realized I had no water in the fridge, so I just had to get some ice and everything there as well. Okay. Alright, let's get going. Let's get myself some peanuts, but I don't know if they're unsalted or salted. They're salted, awesome. Alrighty, okay. So I asked Lua a lot of things about Rose. She knew what I was after. It annoyed her so much. But I kept on bothering her. I mean, I was pretty active guy back then. So Lua came over to visit us at one point. I lived with Cognac back in college. I'd been out, and I got back just as Lua arrived. A total coincidence. We went to our place together and witnessed something surprising. What? I guess so Cognac and Rose were together. Cognac was sleeping with Rose. Holy mother of moly. I saw the look on Lua's face. The disbelief, anger, sadness. And without even thinking about it, I punched Cognac in the face. What? I got into a fight with him. Oh, I haven't told you. Cognac was a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu tutor for kids. He's pretty good. Oh my. Yeah, I landed that one punch, and he beat me into a pulp. Easily. Lua begged me to stop fighting on her behalf. More like she begged Cognac. Hey, I wasn't kidding. I lost, but I don't give up easily. I was beaten pretty bad, so Lua took care of my injuries. We grew close after that. I don't even remember the exact date, but suddenly that friendship turned into a relationship. That was one hell of a story. I know. ... Have you seen her by chance? Yeah. Lua came by a few days ago. How is she doing? She hasn't returned any of my calls or texts. Well, she's healthy, that's for sure. She got into an argument though. With whom? There was this male model. A model? I didn't think she was the type of girl to go out with a model. Oh, they weren't together. What were they arguing about? Well, we were talking about your relationship. Lua told us the reason behind the fight, about your family stuff, and then this guy Hyde joined the discussion. What did he say? He didn't understand why Lua would insist on getting family approval, considering, you know, what? You were willing to leave your own family. You would do that for her? Yes. Oh, sorry, Peanut. Yes, I would. I'm sick and tired of my family. Why would you say that? Let me tell you about my family. Or should I say most Alban families? They all think they're so high and mighty. If you're born in Alf, there are certain unwritten rules you must follow. Reputation and appearance are everything. We must never, ever make our family look bad. You can only befriend certain people. You must dress a certain way. You can only have certain jobs. Jobs that are deemed worthy and successful, like being a doctor, a lawyer, a CEO, you know. Ever since I was a kid, I've always wanted to be an artist. I've loved drawing and creating art. However, becoming an artist is not something else would deem suitable, unless you become the next Da Vinci. So, when I switched from a business major to art major, my parents went crazy, screamed like they were on fire. They told me I'd never be rich or successful. All that because you chose an art degree? You know what's the worst part? They blamed Lua. What do you mean? They blamed her for my decision to pursue my passion for art. Yelled about how her kind is ruining the country, accusing their religion of worshipping the Dark Lord, accusing her of putting a spell on me and cursing the family. Whoa. I mean, come on, this is the 21st century. That's not cool. I don't want to sound judgmental, but your family is racist. Tell me about it. Lua is the only person that can make me feel alive. She showed me how I can be free and pursue my dreams. I don't understand why Lua is so obsessed with the idea of reconciliation with my family. I just don't get it. I have no problem leaving my family, you know. I would happily leave them for the both of us. What about her? What about her and her family? You may be happy to leave your family, however, it may not be the same for her. Garly, do you have something to say? Perhaps you could give us a different perspective. Sorry, I didn't mean to eavesdrop. I couldn't help but overhearing your story. I assume that the person that you're talking about is not an elf, correct? Yes, she's a succubus. I see. I'm a werewolf. For werewolves, the wolf pack is the most important thing. Well, put family before any other. We'll put family before any other. We've often have our own problems within the pack, but we won't abandon our family for anything. Perhaps that's also true for her and her family. Besides, if you leave your family for her, wouldn't that make your parents believe that all those bad stereotypes about succubi are true? I never thought of that way. Whether you like it or not, your actions will have an impact on her as well. And if you leave your family for her, that will put her in a difficult spot. She might feel responsible for your actions. There's nothing to feel bad about. I'm leaving my messy family to create a better one with her. It's easy for you to say that now, but you don't know what the future holds. One day, circumstances might change. One day, one of you might regret your decision. One day, you might use the I left my family for you card. We love each other. I'll be with her whatever the circumstances may be. You know? Love is like a flame. It might burn fiercely at first, but over time it'll die down if you don't maintain it. Maintaining it won't be easy, it'll be hard work. Because life is full of storms. And marriage, it will not survive on love alone. Well, that's deep. That's what she said. Anyway. We'll have each other and that's enough for us. Tell me, do you have health insurance? What? I'm an elf, why would I need health insurance? You'll need some. For what for? Immortality is an elfin privilege, but you'll lose it if your family disowns you. I've seen people go bankrupt because they fall ill or got seriously injured. Emptied their entire life savings for an $8 pill because this country they charge $20,000 for it. And if you decide to have children, they won't have the same privileges you do. There's a high probability that they'll get bullied for being a half elf breed. There are consequences. It shouldn't be taken lightly. Think about it. Anyways, I've got to go. I apologize for my intrusion. No, thank you for your insight. I've got to go too. What, want to head out together? Sure. Thanks for the drink, Moss. And Freya? Bye. Cheers, bro. Who's coming? Oh, I thought someone was coming in now. What? You made me lose 2 customers in a minute. Hey, that wasn't on me. They were leaving anyway. Are you going to write that in your book? It's a secret. If your book is based on this coffee shop, how can you present a story like theirs in a world with only humans around? I'm not sure. Perhaps a hot drink will give you some inspiration. Sounds like a great idea. That's the end of that night. Gingerbread coffee, sweetened with brown sugar to satisfy the cookie monster. Tuesday, September 29th, 2020. Coachella 2020, 10 reasons why you should go. Sport tournament in space might be only a few decades away. Who vows to stop major hospitals from selling fairy sedative illegally? Really never changed. I know. No man, I wanted to try the ingredients a different way around. But it was surprisingly nice. Catching up with people from back then. Thank you for forcing me to do it. Don't mention it. Hey Moss. I'd like to order again. The usual. Backstreet experiments? Yes. You know what? Try adding milk to the ingredients you already have. I did add it, Blondie. Alright. You know what to do. Okay, fuck. What was the order I used last time? I think last time was tea, ginger, milk. So let's try tea, milk, ginger. Tea, milk, ginger. Oh, okay, well, that's got his fucking name in it. Try this. Thank you. Just what I needed. What about you, Mr. Hyde? Would you like to order anything else? I'm good for now. Let's see what this is. I couldn't help it overhearing both. That sounds like you two go way back. Veteran, now working in hospital. It sounded like you two go way back. We do, I guess. He was my bodyguard. Oh? Didn't you meet her? Yeah, when this was a bar. What happened exactly? He was getting his ass kicked by a couple of dwarves. Those two bastards. Bastardos. It wasn't a pretty sight, so I intervened. Aren't vampires supposed to be, you know, tough? Just because I'm a vampire, it doesn't mean I know Kung Fu. Besides, I had a couple of drinks. I could have taken them both out if I was sober. A couple, really? You were trashed, Hyde. You told them I was your bodyguard. Wait, were you not his bodyguard? Not at the time. We didn't even know each other. But because of the whole fiasco, we both got kicked out. And then this wasted vampire stuck to me like, well, you know, to a blanket. Obviously, he was too drunk to drive. So I hailed a cab. Turns out he was also too drunk to tell the driver where he lived, and I was stuck with him until morning. Haha! Thanks for not leaving me on the street, Color. Those dwarves could have killed me. Who were they? I'm not going to confirm or deny anything, but it's possible they may have had ties to the mafia, and I might have lost some of their money on the stock market. A lot of their money. Yikes. They wanted me to launder their dirty money, so I decided to screw them over instead. Yeah, I overheard what they were talking about before the fight started. I knew Hyde was innocent, and that's why I helped him. He might have been an annoying asshole, but he's not a thief. What a stroke of luck. The universe sending me a guardian angel in my time of need. So the next morning, I offered him a job as my bodyguard for real. After all the trouble you caused me the night before, hey, I took you to breakfast. Don't tell me that counted for nothing. I have to say, it wasn't my proudest moment. I was broke, breakfast was an offer I couldn't refuse. It was the late 60s, mind you. It wasn't easy finding a job, especially for people like me. Werewolves? War veterans. Ah, I see it. So how did you go from working as a bodyguard to working in the hospital, Carlo? Pardon me. Well, when he was working with me, I noticed Hyde. I preferred if we skip that part. I'm sorry, but I don't want to go in any detail about it. It's alright. Forgive me for asking. I don't mind telling you the quick and dirty version. Long story short, he helped me with something. Let's just say something from my past. Thanks to that help, I've found a new purpose in life, helping other people live. Of course, it's not easy for a veteran werewolf to become a nurse or a doctor. That's why I chose hospital admin instead. So you could say I owe this whole guy my life. So you could say I owe this guy my life. Thanks to his stubborn persistence in helping me when I needed it. Thank you for sharing your story with me. I didn't expect that tale from you. I really need to wash my I forgot the word now. My long sleeping pants. I forget the word. They've been in the washing basket for a while now, but it's actually getting quite cold now. My legs are getting cold in my shorts. I know. Anyway, us. I'd like to order something now. What would you like? Can you make a tea-based drink that's warm and cool at the same time? Okay, so tea, warm, and cool first. A tea-based drink that's warm and cool at the same time. make him actually. Instead, say tea, milk. Can you make a tea-based drink that's warm and cool at the same time? Lemon, cinnamon. Russian tea. This is probably going to be wrong. Here's an order. Exactly what I wanted. Yes. Like a boss. By the way, it feels like this place is missing something today. Yeah, I haven't seen it today. And speaking of... speak of the devil. Hello, good people. And one vampire. Hehe. It's good to see you too. Freya? By the way, we were just talking about you. Oh, really? What about me? I was just surprised that you went here. Is that how you pick up young girls enough to be your granddaughter? Is that how you pick up girls young enough to be your granddaughter? That won't work on me. I've no interest in flirting with you. I've got high standards, you know. You look so tired, Freya. Hard day at work? How could you tell? Call it werewolf senses. Right. I showed Moss my draft, and I actually got some good feedback. That's good to hear. Glad I could help. So I spent the whole day rewriting stuff, and I also did some stories for the paper. Overall, it was a good day. That's good to hear. But please don't forget to take a break. It's easy to get carried away by work when you're on a roll. Will do, sir. And speaking of hospitals, how's your hospital adminning going? Adminning life going, yo? It's not even a word, Freya. Actually, I'm not even sure what you even do there. Wait, didn't I? I gave him the right... okay, I thought so. Vegan vampire. That's pretty boring to talk about. Mostly I handle operational stuff happening in the hospital. Things like how much the specialist costs and how much it affects our income. I also deal with patients and their families. If they require intensive care, such as operations, I go through what we do and how much it would cost. Kind of like BizDev for people's lives then. You could say that. Damn, that sounds complicated and hard. That's why I'm suited for my job. Someone who gets very emotionally attached to patients would find this job pretty tough. Whereas heartless people like my friend here only see it from a business perspective. Good point. Why do people really talk about your kind of job? I guess most people don't really notice we exist, or think about the necessity of it. Exactly, it's an interesting job, yet no one talks about it. Maybe because most admins are just like me. We really talk about our work outside the hospital. Why? For me, I just don't find any reason to. It's the patient's personal lives anyway. Such professionalism and loyalty. You should keep hold of that mindset, especially in front of this lady here. He needs to be a bit less loyal though. Hide. We've been doing this job for a while, right? Almost 50 years now. Whoa, I didn't know that. Wait. 50 years in the same position? Uh-huh. Holy. Ask for promotion, man. They keep offering me new positions, mostly managerial. Take it. Not interested. Why? It's not something I want. Besides, as I've told you before, I fit perfectly in this position. But the salary must be better if you take a promotion, right? Of course. But what I get at the moment is more than enough for me right now, and I still get raises while I'm doing this work. I really can't figure you out. That's Gala for you. I think I'm just gonna get my blanket quickly. Give me a second. That's Gala for you. Anyway, my shift's starting soon. It was nice catching up with both of you. Are you going to stay hide? Yeah, I'm still enjoying the vibes there. I'll see you in a few weeks, I guess. Yep. Safe trip. See you around, Nos. And you, Freya. See you. Take care on your web. We're gonna ask him about the trip. You know, it's kind of hard to believe. Someone like Gala could be your best friend. We were just talking about that before you arrived. Oh, really? Man, I missed an interesting story. So, how did you guys meet? Seriously, I have to retell the story? Yes. Come on, you're not going anywhere, right? Huh, alright then. Fade to, we met in this place back when it was a bar. Fade to black. There you go. Whoa. I never knew Gala used to be in the army. I mean, he's got the bull to be in the front line. Still though, why did he take the jump from, how should I say this, a very physical job to a medic? Well, he's not comfortable talking about it right now. But you know why, right? Are you trying to squeeze the story from me? Obviously. He doesn't want to talk about it. That's him, not you. Seriously, Freya. Come on. I won't get into details, but going to war, it messes with your head. Sorry, just trying to get comfortable. This is with your head. Oh. You see why Gala doesn't want to talk about it, huh? I don't get it, but it must be difficult, especially back then. The only thing he was confident in was his strength. So he only did work that relied on his muscle. That wouldn't help him get over his trauma, right though? Of course not. But it was the only thing he could do. Or at least, it's the only thing he thought he could do. But you hired him for his muscle. Hey. I didn't know about all of that at the time. Besides, he's good at being a bodyguard. And we weren't that close yet, so no personal feelings. I needed his strength, but I got to be interested in him. Interested? I think he's a cool person, that's all. And after a few months I noticed his problem. I suggested he talk about it with someone, seek help, which he refused. No surprises there. But I kinda pushed him to do it. How? It's complicated. Eventually he did go to get professional help. Of course I've no idea what happened in his therapy sessions, but in the end he found a new purpose in his life. He quit working for me, and not so long after that he started working at the hospital. And has been working. It's a spaceman again. Good evening, everyone. Oh boy. Good evening. It's nice to see you again. We're also glad to see you, Barista. By the way, I didn't catch your name the last time you visited. Do you have a name? Name? We sure have. On Earth, please call us Neil. Neil, yes. Yes, Neil. Is that your real name? Of course not. Due to the nature of our communication, we do not really need trivial things like names to interact. But from what we have learned here, it seems like the name Neil has a lot of associations with Earthlings' efforts into intergalactic exploration. Ah, I get what you mean. I believe we didn't meet the last time we were here. I saw you from afar when you left the coffee shop a few days ago. So hello, my name is Freya. You could say I'm a regular here. And you, sir? Hyde. You come here often? For someone who doesn't live in Seattle, yes. Ooh, you are not from around here. Neither are we. Where do you come from? Far away. By far away you mean a few thousand miles or more? More. Much more. More to the point that your strange calculation system means nothing. That sounds pretty far away indeed. What are you doing here in Seattle? And do all your kind dress like this? Oh, this? We chose this appearance based on the image we saw when we first arrived. Image? The Irimi Genju album cover. No wonder you look familiar. As for what we're doing, this place is really perfect spot to practice your communication skills with Earthlings. But before that, please let us order something from the barista. What do you want to drink tonight? The usual. That's how you say it, yes? Yes. So, anything? Yes. Yes, we won't be able to taste the difference anywhere. You really can't taste anything? Yes. What if I can brew you a drink that can make you feel something? Interesting premise. but we didn't. But we doubt you'll be able to do that. Challenge accepted. Please surprise us. Let's think. I think I gave him a cappuccino last time. So I'm looking this up. And of all the drinks in the game, there's one that's called the Milky Way. So I'm gonna give that one a try. Milk, honey, mint. The Milky Way. See, I hope they'll get this right. No, thank you. What the? Interesting. Oh. That went from 0 to 60. Before you ask, yes, that's how they drink. This. What is this? We've never been able to taste anything in our life. But this is a breakthrough. We have to report this. Okay, so obviously the Milky Way was the correct one. We have to report this immediately. Done. Thank you so much from all of our kind. You're one interesting person. Thank you. That was a compliment, yes? Normally, yes. But you can't be sure with Freya. That definitely was the highest form of compliment. What are you, Neil? Us? We are travelers, doing our job in the space you'll call the Milky Way. Hi, you see, that would have been the hint then. What kind of job? We are tasked with the mission to spread our seeds. You really are yet to find a date. All the way from a galaxy far, far away. Wow. It turns out pervs exist everywhere in the universe. Haha! Feeling attacked, old man? Not really. You have a valid point. We do not understand. But we are glad if we can make you laugh. Oh, the pleasure was mine. If I may ask, why do you have to breed with us? We are sorry, but that is classified information. Oh man. But we believe it is alright to share it with you tonight. Thanks to this eye-opening drink from the barista. I owe you the story. So why? Everyone, including us, and you know everywhere else, is taught to keep the balance of the universe. But sometimes it is hard for some civilizations to maintain balance by themselves. Because unknown threats that are beyond each civilization's power can appear. And that is where we come in. I still don't see the relation between that and impregnating us. You are quite dense, aren't you? Hey! You came here to give seeds, so a half-breed of your kind can be born on Earth. That is correct. The half-breeds will be half Earthlings and half whatever you are. Yes. Assuming that you have assuming that you have some powers that we can't comprehend, you are trying to make sure Earth will have its own protector. That is 100% correct. Holy shit. You're trying to give us a superhero. Yes, that is what you people call a protector. But why go through all the hassle? It sounds like a lot of work. Why not just explain this to someone? I'm sure a lot of women wouldn't mind giving birth to a superhero. Sadly, it's not that simple. The future protector has to be someone that loves this planet more than anything. They have to be born out of love, which we have learned is a very complicated feeling on Earth. We have it easier back at home due to the nature of our communication. We understand everyone deeply by default. So everyone on our planet loves each other from the moment they are born. That sounds beautiful. And creepy. Why? It sounds like your planet is a giant spherical orgy. That was a badly chosen word, but it's roughly similar to the truth. Oh my. If what you say is true, shouldn't we help them to get laid with love? Guidance is all we need. Otherwise, we might be responsible for the birth of a super evil person instead. Well, how's the mission going so far? We cannot say it is going well. I'm not surprised. With how quirky and unique you are, not many women can handle that. Could you handle them though? Me? I don't know. What do you think? You are a pretty adventurous girl. I wouldn't be surprised if you decide to go on a date, or maybe go further. If you got a good story. Aha! Oh, you're not offended by that? Not in the slightest. If you're wrong though. I'd go on a date with them, but I don't like to sleep around. Really? To be honest, I didn't expect that. Yeah, I get that a lot. People often mistake me for someone who gets around a lot. Excuse me, miss. From what we gather, does it mean you're willing to breed with us in exchange for our stories? Wow, no wonder your mission isn't going well. I don't mind going out with you for a drink or dinner in exchange for stories, but I'll only sleep with someone I'm serious about. But our mission is serious. It's not that. You either have to be my boyfriend or husband if you want to sleep with me. We have heard those terms before. Let us check them once again. This is very strange. According to what we found, many Earthlings mate with one person exclusively for their entire lives. Yes, that is called commitment. Such a strange concept. Then why, with such rules, do you still face overpopulation problems? To mention it, we don't have enough control of ourselves, and those in charge also don't have enough control of us. Not to mention, some races live for a very, very long time, so even though there are rules about having kids, and they can be strictly enforced, a lot of people still break them. We know Earthlings boast about concept of free will, but we thought your kind also loved the concept of restraint and taking care of the planet. At least that was what we gathered from our information network. Theoretically, that should be the case. But Earthlings are stupid. That's the easiest way to put it. We learned so much today. But we have another question for Miss Freya. Ask away. How can we become your husband? Haha. First of all, I would suggest going step by step. Most of the time you start dating boyfriends or girlfriends, you know, before you talk about marriage. Okay. So, how can we become a boyfriend? You could start by asking her whether she's actually single. Understood. So, Miss Freya, are you single? Yes, I am single. Do you want to be her girlfriend? Now? The path to starting to date varies between people, but usually it takes some time before you want to commit yourself to someone. Wow. The breeding process of Earth is surely extremely complicated. It can be easy if you're a smooth talker. Smooth talker? Someone good at communicating with others. That would be really challenging for us. Even after all that, making kids is still a totally different league. Most women prefer it if their male partners wear condoms. Condoms? It's something you wear to prevent pregnancy. Why would you do the mating ritual if you do not want to have offspring? Pleasure? All this information is too much to process in one evening. So we talked about using condoms, but how do you kind of have sex? Like, seeing how you drink. A condom might be something you can't use at all. That's true. How do you do it? We are pretty flexible with that, but we cannot tell you the details unless you agree to do the mating ritual. I don't want to imagine how it's done. Oh, you do not need to worry. We will not hurt anyone physically or mentally. Yeah, I'm not so sure about that, especially the mental part. We did our research, and we tried it on the testing object we made. It was proven. The mental capacity of Earthlings is far more complicated than anything else on Earth, so... Oh, we did not know that? Being born on Earth sounds very difficult. It is. I have to agree with that. Anyway, thank you so much for the information you have given us tonight. It means a lot for our mission. We have to report our findings to the base. How will you proceed with your mission with newfound information? We are not sure yet. It is yet to be discussed after all. It was really nice talking with all of you. You're welcome. We are off now. Bye. Take care on your way, sir. Oh, sorry, I got something from load shedding. Still 1600 to 1800. Now see, we're going back to the old load shedding schedule with the power going off 3 or 4 times a day now. Fuck. Freya. ... That was really something. Indeed. You said the first time they came it was for a date, right? Yes. Yeah, but their date never came. And then they mistook Miss Martle for their date. The game developer orc? Put me in. Wow, I dread to think how that went. It was pretty awkward. But you can't be angry at such naivety. I guess so. By the way, has that young woman been back since the last time I spoke with her? You mean the Miss Lua? Yeah, her. Oh, showing some concern now, are you? I'm just curious. No, I haven't seen her since then. but her boyfriend had come in a few days ago. And Freya was being pretty nosy to the point that Mr. Gala had joined the discussion. My. You really have a knack for starting trouble. Sadly, I have to agree with that. It's not easy to make Gala join a random conversation unless it piques his interest or annoys him. I don't know how to react to that. Well, I need to catch a flight to Seoul tomorrow, so I'm off for the day. Oh, you're leaving Seattle so soon? It's only for a week or so. I'll be back here sooner than you know. Oh well, it'll be a peaceful week then. Anyway, I need to get going as well. Thank you for letting us stay without ordering anything. Oh. I didn't even notice that. You really don't care about business. She didn't order anything, but she did attract people to the coffee store. Huh, that's one way to put it. Anyway, Frey, do you want to share a cab? Thanks, but I'm riding my bike. Alright then, see you around. Take care on your way, folks. Spanish Sahara, warm and cozy, just like a day in Barcelona. Wednesday, September 30th, 2020. Protests arise over government treatment of Atlantic immigrants. Dwarven-made cars face challenge against an expected competitor. The Mother Earth organization fights to save more forests. Welcome, new person who's from the fucking Men in Black. Good evening, sir. Hello. I'm from the Federal Immigration Regulation and Enforcement Division, or FIRE for short. How may I help you? We've heard reports of alien sightings in this area. We take the issue of illegal interstellar immigration seriously. Have you seen any creatures you would consider an alien in nature? I don't think so. But what should I be looking for? What's the alien look like? We're not 100% sure, but according to some eyewitnesses, it's wearing a spacesuit or something similar. That's a pretty eye-catching outfit. You think an illegal alien would try to blend in better, right? To avoid attention, you know? That's a very good point. In fact, there might be a solid possibility that we have been running around after false testimonies. They are superior creatures after all. Thank you for the help. If you see any suspicious activities, please contact us through our website. Will do so. You don't want to drink anything before leaving? We're good. Take care on your way. Phew. You really need to be more careful, Neil. Huh? Ah, please do. Excuse me. Good evening, Miss Gate. Good evening, Moss. Yo. Hello, Miss Aqua and Miss Martle. Have you both been somewhere together? We plan to meet here. It's just a coincidence we arrived. It's just a coincidence we arrived at the same time. Would you like to order anything? Do you want to order first? No, you go first. You go first. No, you. Okay. Can I have a cup of green tea with a lot of mint? Green tea, a lot of mint, I'm assuming means double. Marrakech. Yeah, it's quite a name. Your drink's ready. Ooh, that looks really fresh. I call this Marrakech, inspired by its origin. In Morocco, I heard people there really love tea. Let's give this a try then. Oh my, oh my. It's warm but very refreshing. No wonder Morocco is often associated with tea. What about, let's see what this is first. How about you, Miss Mottle? Do you want to order right away? Sure. I'll have the Te Tarek. What is that? What am I fucking supposed to do if I haven't discovered it yet? I'll have the Te Tarek. Yo. So is that just tea, but instead of boiling water, it's boiling milk? Here's a Te Tarek. Huh? Is there anything wrong? No. It's better than I thought it would be. The taste is really authentic. Just like the Te Tarek you get in Southeast Asia. Okay, people. It's TT milk. What the fuck did I say? No, peanut. Good to go. Game broker working full time on Metal Conflict series. Favorite things meet up. What I'm doing for life, as I stated before, working on macOS before. Thank you for the compliment. Where did you learn to make it? I travelled around Southeast Asia a few years ago. So you learned about Malaysia? Yes, and from videos on the internet. So, how are things in the office? As usual, tiring. But thanks to you and your team, we've made some good progress with the problem we've been stuck on for a while. Glad it could be of help. It's not every day our research can have an impact as direct as this. Only a few weeks after publication, no less. The thing is, even with your help, we still need to do a ridiculous amount of overtime to make sure the game will be available for the holiday season. Oh. I want to say please don't forget to rest, but I'm sure it won't be that easy for you and your team. Ha! As if those executives care about us. Overtime is not mandatory, they'll say. Please see your family, get some rest, but we all know that optional overtime is a passive-aggressive move. We'll stay long in the office anyway. Because if you go home earlier than the others, you'll feel bad for them. You'll feel guilty. I understand that so much. I hate to admit it, but yeah, it's the guilt. I wish I could help you, or at least say something to boost your morale. Sadly, I'm not the right person to give advice about that, for guilt is something that also bothers me a lot, even for things I shouldn't feel guilty about. And you know what makes it worse? I know the state of the industry, but it still saddens me to realize that my favorite series was born out of such sacrifice. I'm sorry, I ruined the mood for everyone. Let's be guilty. Don't worry about it, Aqua. It's not that... I'm not that bad off, you know? At least the company gives us decent compensation. Healthcare, bonuses and so on. We're already used to this, so don't worry about me, okay? Getting used to unhealthy working conditions shouldn't be the norm. Hey, cheer up. Remember, your research helped us a lot. Thanks to you, the rest of the development is going to be much easier. How's your game doing, by the way? Actually, I have some good news about it. What is it? The game got approved to be showcased at Max West this year. That's really good news. Congrats. Thank you. So, what's the problem then? I haven't confirmed my attendance to the organizer. Why? Confirm it, fast. Before they give you a spot to another indie. I'm just not sure about it. What's stopping you? Cost? The booth is free for indies. That's good then. And the event's even in Seattle. You don't need to spend anything on travel or accommodation. It's the golden ticket, but I'm not that confident. You passed the selection process, right? That should be enough validation to reassure you of the game's quality. If I'm not mistaken, the judges are usually prolific people in the industry, and also senior journalists. I know, but I've told you about my game, right? It's pretty non-traditional, and thousands of people will be visiting Max. Expecting full metal conflict and other bigger games. Every game has its own market, you know, and you'll be in the indie area. People know what to expect there. Gamers aren't stupid. So what if some haters visit the booth? What if they don't like my game and say bad things about it? Or about me? That's not gonna happen. It's an expo, not the internet. People are way nicer in real life. Even after all that, I'll still be there by myself for the whole event. That one is a problem here. Meeting that many people is scary enough. Doing it for days straight, doing it for 4 days straight, showing my baby to the public, I just can't imagine the horror. You know what? Huh? So far my schedule is pretty empty around then. If things stay that way until Max, I'll come with you. No, you don't have to do that. Even if you're free then. You shouldn't waste your time on me. Relax, or something. Nah, it's no bother. I'll be going to the event anyway. Might as well come with an exhibitor badge. What about your company's booth? Don't worry about it. There are hundreds of us. I can just ask my lead to skip this year. But, I'm coming with you. Whether you like it or not. Oh, okay. Good. Now, what are you going to show in the game? I'll have a laptop and a smartphone. Is the Expo build ready? Expo build? You're not planning to showcase the full version, right? That's the plan? Don't. I can give you guidelines on what to have for the Expo build. Do you have the game with you now? It's on my phone. I can send you the bill now if you want. Do so. Okay. Got it. Now let's see. Hey kitty. Hello Miss Rachel. Hi Moss. Watch on. Papa. Huh? Nothing. I've just been practicing all day. I'm pretty tired. Are you having a concert soon? Don't tell anyone yet. It'll be announced tomorrow. But I'm going to perform at the Coachella next week. They're still adding new performers. Yeah, you might say that these announced this late are backups. Oh. But it's still the biggest festival in the country. Yes. Sorry. And I'm excited for it. I think I should celebrate with a special drink, something sweet. What do you want to order? A sweet hot chocolate. Okay, so cocoa powder, milk. I honestly thought these fucking people walking past the window now, I thought it was a reflection in my monitor, so I just quickly look back now. So, sweet, does you want double, or does she still want milk in it? Chocolate honey milk. Chocolate choco bee miruku. Here's a drink. It looks very pretty. It's warm and sweet. I love it. Please don't hesitate to call me if you need anything else. Thanks. Other than the instruction on the loading screen, by putting a time limit on how long they can play. Why? Wouldn't that break their immersion? Probably, but in this case it's a good reaction to it. You might have people lining up to play your game, don't want them to make them wait too long. That makes sense. If you don't want to put a time limit on it, try ending the demo with a cliffhanger. That should get people's attention. Noted. Dad? What are you doing here? After what you did at the studio this evening, I was worried. I couldn't find you anywhere around the studio. Didn't I upgrade it fully? Oh no, I didn't. I was worried I couldn't find you anywhere around the studio, so I thought you'd be here. But we can't just limit ourselves to this place. But we cannot just limit ourselves to this place. And now you're causing another ruckus. We're sorry, Moss, but we didn't mean to cause you any problems. You are sorry. I don't have anything to be sorry for. Well, anyway, I better order something. What are you having? What would you recommend? Might suggest a cup of Spanish horror. Oh, what's that? It's basically hot chocolates with milk and ginger. Sounds delicious. I'll take the Spanish horror. Is there milk and ginger or ginger and milk? Your drink is ready, sir. My, this is amazing. Glad you liked it. Dad? Yes? Please just go home after you finish your drink. Not until you leave a good-for-nothing pervert. Leave that good-for-nothing pervert. I need him. He's going to help me become more... I need him. He's going to help me become more successful. I know Morris. He's not a good person. The industry has changed, Dad. It's not like 20 years ago. Besides, since you left, he's been growing his brand, making his name, managing a lot of stars so they become superstars. I still have my informants in the industry. He hasn't changed that much. And even if he has, it wasn't for the better. You're just being paranoid. First, you were afraid of how my fans would treat me. Now you're afraid of the industry too. What's next? You'll lock me in the house because you're afraid of the air I'm breathing? Sorry, it's bothering me. You're just too young to understand. Then make me understand, because this is definitely not helping. There are better ways. Didn't you learn anything from Mom? You were together for almost 15 years, but you learned nothing. Not even how to talk to your own daughter. Rachel, I'm sorry. But I'm trying, okay? Try harder. Because right now, you're not helping anyone. Not me, not you, no one. I know. But give me a chance. You know what? I will take time for me to learn. It'll take time for me to learn, but I am learning. Or, I could return to the industry. I could try be your manager. Dad, are you out of your mind? You've been out of touch for so long. I told you, I have informants there. I am not that out of touch. Of course, there are things I need to figure out, but it doesn't work that way, Dad. You know what? Going from a core band to a solo career won't be easy. If I take things slow, I'll lose all momentum. If you don't want me to be your manager, can you at least choose someone other than Morris? I don't think so. Mr. Lester is the height of his career now. He's my best chance right now. Don't be too paranoid, okay? I've made my decision. Now please go home. Relax. And don't ever come to the studio again. I'm going back there. I need to practice for the festival. It's only a few days away, and it's a big chance to boost my presence as a solo artist. When are you going to be home? I don't know. I'll be staying at the hotel the label provided. But that's... See you, Dad. Wait, Rachel. I wonder if something bad's gonna happen at the hotel now. Excuse me for a moment, Moss. Yo, better not steal my cup. Sorry about what just happened. You don't have to apologize. Yeah, we were busy minding our own business anyway. What, you didn't hear the argument, Martel? Of course I heard them. I just chose to ignore most of it. It's none of my business, is it? That's amazing. What's so amazing about that? I don't think I can do that. and focusing my attention so completely, especially when there's an argument like that. Are you saying you weren't listening to my advice and you were focusing on them instead? No, I was listening. I made notes. See, you didn't even realize it. But you are capable of focusing your attention. Now that you mention it, it happens naturally, I guess. Being born into a big family is useful after all. Yeah, sometimes we don't even realize what we're capable of doing. By the way, you want to head back now? Yeah, it's pretty late. Yeah, Moss, we're leaving. I hope you had a good time. Thank you for the drinks, as usual. Please take care on your way home. I guess that's all for two. Oh, you're back, Mr. Henry. Are you right, sir? Sir? Oh, yes. Please don't worry about me. Did you manage to catch up to Miss Rachel? No, I lost her. I'm sorry to hear that. But I'm sure she's alright. I hope you're right. By the way, pardon me for asking. Yes. Throughout your arguments with Miss Rachel, something kept bugging me. What's that? Why did you leave the music industry? Haha! Well, that's a trip down memory lane. You don't have to tell me if it makes you uncomfortable. Oh no, it's fine. I left around 20 years ago, just as we were welcoming the beginning of the new millennium. It was a great time for girl bands, you know. They were huge in the 90s, and they were still enjoying the leftover sensation of the past decade. I met my wife while working. She worked for the record label. That's how we met. I decided to get married and settle down. I wanted a peaceful life. You didn't find peace managing girl bands? Oh gosh, no. The politics, the dark side of the industry, none of it's good. But what hit me hardest was the fans. Toxic fans are the worst. The teenage girls especially, they were crazy about their idols, to the point that they started doing really unimaginable stuff. Like what? Spending all the money trying to copy the superstar's lifestyle, abandoning their responsibilities, their families, and the men, they were even worse. They sexualized the girls in every way you could possibly imagine. Edited photos, stalking, outright sexual assault. It was before the internet, mind you. I mean, the internet existed, but it wasn't as mainstream as it is now. I wasn't even the target of the abuse. But it haunted me. It was everywhere. Don't talk to me about peace. I couldn't sleep back then. Not getting enough sleep is dangerous for cats. What do you do for a living now? After we got married, my wife and I opened a record store. It's not big, but we had a very specific audience. We're a niche, and they love us for it. It's more than enough for our little family. You said you're still in touch with your friends in the music industry. They visit my place from time to time, and we all meet up at least once a year. Usually it's at my place. Gosh, look at the time. I should go home too. Are you going to be alright by yourself? Don't worry about me. I'm an old cat. We're stronger than most people think. See you later, Moss. And sorry for bringing the fight into your place. Don't worry about it. Alright then, goodbye. Excuse me, bitter heart. Shadows that will help you try and hide. So it's ginger, cinnamon, and something else. Hot chocolate? Thursday, October 1st. October 1st. Okay. Rachel Florencia confirmed to perform at Coachella 2020. Gil Nyman and Maruku Haruku collaborating for new IP. Sorry, we're not open yet. Oh, Neil, you come early today? Is there anything I can help you with? There's definitely something you can do. What is it? Can we work here? Excuse me, what? Is it possible for us to work here? Why? We have learned something precious since we first arrived here. Communication is very important on Earth, and Earthlings communicate in very complicated ways. It blows our mind to learn that you need to mix between verbal and non-verbal communication here. Yes, but I can see that your communication skills improved an awful lot since you arrived. That is true, but it's not enough. Some of our biggest lessons about Earthlings we learned from here. This made us think. Instead of focusing on finding a breeding partner, we should focus on learning how to communicate with Earthlings properly. Sounds like a good strategy. That is why we asked you to allow us to work here, because you want to interact with customers. That is correct. I'm not sure about this. Normally if you're applying for a job on Earth, you have to go through certain processes before finally getting the job, if you get it at all. Oh. Let me think this over if you don't mind, and I'll let you know tomorrow. Oh no, we are sorry for our spontaneity, but it has to be today. May I know why? Because we are leaving for an event tomorrow. Okay. Okay. Thank you. But with one condition. You won't be making any drinks. I'll handle that. Once I'm done, you will give the cup to the customer. Understood. There are other things you need to keep in mind. What is that? Dealing with the customers. Some people come here just to chill. They might come here just for a drink, work, or to read something. I strongly suggest you let them be, but always be prepared if they want to talk about anything. How can we know whether people want to be left alone or not? That won't be easy, but you'll be able to judge based on their body language. Non-verbal signs, yes. That'll be very hard for us. Indeed. Don't worry, I'll give you a sign. When you should start talking, or when you should stop. Thank you. We will need that so much. Well, that's basically all you need to do here. Do we need a special outfit for the job? Not really. I'll lend you an apron though. It'll help keep your suit clean. And to differentiate you from the customers. You don't really need more differentiation, but it will help you, but it will make you look more legit for the job. That's a very Earthling thing to do. It is. Alright then, are you ready for this? We are. Okay. Let's start the night. Welcome. Holy wow. What in the hell is happening? Sorry, peanuts. Sorry about that. Good evening, Miss Freya. Hey Moss, what's going on here? Well, Neil is working here tonight, and I thought I was the one who brought bad news. I never thought this place would be ground zero for an alien invasion. It's not that. Neil is just helping out. You never looked like someone who needs help. There are a few things to clarify, Miss Freya. First, our mission was never about conquering Earth. In fact, it is the other way around. Second, judging from the situation, we are actually the person who is getting help from the barista, not the other way around. What? We have learned some things since we arrived, and we came to a conclusion. Before starting another breeding mission, we should learn more about how Earthlings communicate. We thought this place was the best place to learn. And you just agreed to this? One condition, I make the drinks. Neil will only be here to serve and communicate. Fair trade. What's in it for you then? What? You're helping them, yeah. What do you get in return? Now that you mention it, if there's anything you want from us, please do not hesitate to ask. Don't mention it. Well, maybe you can be in my next story. I can write an article about your work here, Freya. If I still need to write for the paper again. What happened? The chief found out. Oh. Is that why you didn't come yesterday? Yes. How did she find out? You remember my fateful meeting with the higher up? In the elevator? Yes. The same thing happened with my chief. They met each other on the lift, and the higher up mentioned our encounter to her. The chief called me into her office, and things went downhill from there. She realized immediately that it was the reason for my poor performance lately. She didn't like it, of course. I'm sorry to hear that. What are you going to do now? Write the goddamn novel, I guess. And after that, hope it sells well. If not, I don't know. We do not understand what is really happening, Miss Freya, but we feel the immense sadness and frustration you feel. How about a warm cup of drink? It is on the house? Huh? You allowed to do that? We will pay for the drink. No, it's okay. It's on the house. That was a nice thing to do, Neil. That was the best thing to do according to our senses. It was. So, what do you want to drink, Miss Freya? Your favourite? Our favourite? Anything. I trust you with the decision. What could we... So this... Let's try that. Gingerbread coffee. Here's your drink. Especially crafted by the owner of this coffee shop. Well, who else is gonna brew it? Thank you so much for this. Always wondered why your place only served hot drinks, but today I might have an idea why. How far along are you with the novel? I can prepare the draft in a few days, I think. Now that I don't really need to care about other deadlines, and if I manage to infuse some coffee and creativity in my blood, that sounds doable. Sorry, bothering me. without the caffeine infusion. Excuse me, Miss Freya. We have learned extensively about Earthlings' bodies, about all races, and we do not think infusing your blood with coffee would be advisable. I'm sorry, Neil. I'm not really in the mood for this sort of conversation. It was just... Neil? Freya wasn't serious about infusing herself with coffee. Oh. We are glad to hear that then. That was a figure of speech, Neil. Ah. We have heard about that term. It is still very hard to understand your language. It will always be hard. Languages will keep on changing. Understood. At least we are here now to learn the basics of how Earthlings communicate. Miss Frey, if we may ask away, how fast do you write? Not fast enough apparently. But do you have numbers? Numbers? How many words do you produce a day? I don't think I have exact number, but full time I should be able to write between 3,000 and 5,000 words per day. That's a lot. That's raw. After that I still need to edit it. I usually end up with about half of what I originally wrote. According to our research, the standard number of words for the thing you need to write is between 50 and 100,000. That's right, but for this draft, I don't need to write that much. That is pleasant information to hear. How many words do you need to write? Let's see. I think it should be around 50,000 words. That's pretty big for a pitch draft. Well, it's GRA Media, the biggest publisher around. If we count based on the number of words, it seems like you'll be able to achieve your target easily. Haha, I wish. Writing isn't only the number of words, Neil. It requires things outside mere word count. If we only judge writers by their ability to write a large number of words, then we wouldn't have poetry or short stories. That is pretty hard to understand. But we learned beforehand that art is a difficult matter, even for Earthlings. Yep. Earthlings seem to have a fascination for things that are hard to understand, from languages to arts. Right again. But you're not that wrong about writing, you know. Word count isn't one of the few things you can objectively judge by story. A story by. It's not the most important thing, but it's still up there. So it is still a valid parameter, definitely. Cool. Aha! That didn't sound at all like you, Neil. I guess you really are learning something on Earth. Ooh, another guest. Good evening, Miss Martle. I won't even ask. Except for one thing. Who's making the drinks? I'm still the one responsible for that. Good. Coffee with a little bit of ginger, please. Do I have something for that? Coffee ginger milk. The order is ready. Did you record my order properly? We relayed the order properly. We swear we did not order them. I'm sorry, Matilda. Whatever. without the milk. But that definitely seems... Actually, I'm not here to sit without being disturbed. Ah? Pardon us. I was just training Neil on how to talk to customers. I can see that. You're still trying to get laid? Oh. No, we are not. We are tasked with learning how Earthlings communicate with each other. Yeah, that's a step in the right direction. One suggestion, if you want to blend in with us, stop using such formal language. Start talking the way we talk. Start listening the way we listen, which essentially is not really listening at all. That would be difficult to achieve. Very difficult to achieve, but we will try. Step by step. One small step for you might be one giant leap for your kind. That was nicely said, Miss Freya. By the way, Miss Martle, now that we know you're not here for your usual activities, are you here for someone then? Yeah. Is it for Aqua? Uh-huh. What's the occasion? No special occasion. It's just... I'm sorry. I'm late. I was supposed to leave early, but... What is this? What is this? What is happening here? I already told the bar is totally... What? I already told the bar is I fucking don't know. Where is Moss? Mazakba, please relax. I'm here. Oh, you're safe. Yes, everything is fine. Okay. Please let me take a breath. Here, please drink this water. Feeling better now? Yes. I'm sorry. It is alright, Miss Akbar. Everyone has been surprised to see me here. What are you doing here anyway? We are starting to think that we might need to make a recording for the answer to this question. You don't have to tell me if you don't want to. No problem, Miss Akbar. It is time for our break anyway. So here's the deal. That's really interesting. Very nice of you to do this, Miss Moss. There's nothing really. But do you really think one day will be enough to learn everything? Definitely not. But we do not want to disturb this place's business for any longer. As if this place cares about business. Besides, we want to travel around the planet more. This coffee shop is a good start, but we cannot limit ourselves to just this place. Where do you want to go after this? Coachella. What? What are you going to do at Coachella? Well, according to our research, there are many breedings happening during Coachella. That is why we decided that the event will be our next target. Well, you're not wrong. But didn't you say the baby has to be born out of love? Yes. We noticed that, but we also noticed that we need to know a lot more about Earthlings, including the breeding manners. That is what we will study in Coachella. After that, we'll be ready to breed with so many female Earthlings. I shouldn't say this, but hell, that sounds like the best plan you've had since you've got here. We know. We also surprised ourselves. But please, Miss Freya, let us stop talking about our plan. We work here today. First, let us return to our spot behind the bar. So our discussion with Miss Martle was stopped abruptly. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. What are you you doing together? It's nothing, we're just friends, you know? We just want to hang out and talk about our work. We both work in the same field, remember? Yes, that's it. I don't have much experience in game development, you see. I thought your research was in computer graphics. Yes, but I've never made a game from scratch before. I was always a bystander, so I've been asking Martin for feedback from time to time. I wanted to thank her directly, but she arrived first, so I couldn't buy her a drink. Never mind that, I refused it anyway. But, wait. If you want to thank her directly, does it mean you're done with the game? Excuse me, Miss Freya. It should be your, not your. Oh, so you are correcting my grammar now, huh? It was a slip of the tongue, okay? I'm sorry. How did you even pick up on that anyway? It's not like what I'm saying is written down anywhere. We just know. Back to you, Aqua. So you're done with your game. There are quite a lot of things I need to polish and fix, but players can enjoy experience from the start to finish. What kind of feedback do you give people for a video game? That depends on the game. But in Aqua's case, most of my advice was about the pacing control and UI UX. It must be fun to have finished working on your creation. It surely removed some of the weight on my chest, just to replace it with another weight. You mean there's still more to come after you're done? I'm not done with my book. I just lost my job, and if I can't finish this draft on time, I'm done. Even after all that, if it doesn't sell well, I'm even more done, doubly done. I'm sorry to hear that, Freya, but please be more confident. I'm even starting to doubt myself. I read some of your short stories, you know. After our first meeting, I subscribed to the Evening Whisper app, and then I read some of the stuff you wrote. Is it actually on here? Oh, it is. Okay, that's the subscription thing. Why haven't there been any... And if a double-decker bus crashed into us, to die by your side is such a heavenly way to die. And if a 10-ton truck kills the both of us, to die by your side with the pleasure of privilege is mine. Okay, this is... And then I read some of the stuff you wrote. They're really good, you know. Some of them are even better than others, but still an enjoyable experience to read them. So I'm excited to check out your book once it's done. You're too kind, Aqua. What you're going through is more or less the same what Martin's going through. So I'm sure you'll both be fine. Ugh. You don't have to talk about it in front of other people. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to. It's just that sharing is caring, you know? Okay. Thank you for helping me share with other people. I'm really sorry. I know, I said thanks already, right? But you put so much emphasis on share. That's sarcasm, I know that. Aqua. I'm sorry if it sounded that way, but yeah, I kinda get what you're dealing with. Although it's a bit different for me. What's your problem? Burnout. I've been working on something for 2 years straight, but no one outside of the office knows about it. And those who do don't seem to appreciate it at all. I thought Full Metal Conflict had a new game every 2 years. Yes, I don't really work on them. Not directly. So what do you work on? A secret project. I'll tell you under friend DA. Okay, I get it, friend NDA. Alright. I'm not with the paper anymore. Anyway, I'm part of a special team, which after making a breakthrough in the studio, we need to be able to make a prototype for a new IP, or worst case, another FMC game in a different genre. Isn't that the dream job for some people? That's what I thought, at first. When you're a writer, right? Imagine being a writer, but you can't publish anything you write for years. That doesn't sound like a pleasant situation at all. My team has been making pitches, dozens of them, hundreds, thousands. Out of all of those kinds of pitches, only a handful got approved for prototyping, and so far none of the prototypes have been approved. Oh. There are only 7 of us on the team. Seven samurai, that is what they said. You haven't released anything for the last 2 years. Sometimes our team works to support others when they're going through a crunch cycle. They need to hit an almost impossible target, we jump in. No wonder you folks are considered the 7 samurai. I guess, yeah. By the way, Mortal, I just realized. What? Usually developers get their vacation time after finishing a project, right? More or less, yeah? When was the last time you had a vacation? Before I joined the company, I guess. That's like 4 years ago. Dude, no wonder you're so burned out. Oh, she's... Yes, that's why. You need a vacation. But I can't just take one. You can. In fact, you will do it tomorrow. But tomorrow is... I'm not done yet. You will take tomorrow, the day after, and the day after off. But where should I go? Don't worry, I'll take care of that. You will? I'm going with you for this long weekend vacation. What about Max West? That's not this weekend. Forget about it for now. Hey, okay. But I can't do it tomorrow. How about starting Friday? It's still a long weekend. It's still a long weekend gateway, right? Alright. Oh, I'm so excited. Wow, Aqua. You look like a different person. Really? I'm sorry. Don't be. Okay, it's settled then. I need to go home now and prepare for our getaway. I'll come with you. To my apartment? No, we'll walk together to the bus stop just like last time. Oh, okay then. Everyone, see you next week. Have fun. Take care out there. May you find joy during your vacation. Fucking squelching gets me every time. Okay, see you folks later. Vacation, huh? You definitely need one, Freya. I know, but not now. I've got to finish this draft first. As we have said before, you can do it, Miss Freya. Thanks, Neil. Anyway, are you going to close anytime soon? Depends. Why? I'm in the mood for some writing. Then please, take your time. You sure? Do you want another drink to be going on with? Still on the house? I definitely won't say no. I think I'm going to end it now. It's 2 o'clock, or I wonder if I should take it to the next day. Yeah, I need to feed my doggo. Not that I haven't fed him this morning, but we gave him a little midday snack to get him through the day. anyway, I think that's gonna be it. Let me just press any button so that I don't do that same mistake next time. The Evening Whispers is with the people for stricter gun laws. New healthier fury sedative might be available sooner. Action video game, rising howl blame for violence in schools. Ugh. Okay, let me just start the day and then I'll do this. Alright. Anyway, thank you very much for joining. I do appreciate it, and you must have a good evening. Not evening, afternoon. I will play something else tonight. I don't know what yet. Maybe Ender Lilies? Or not Ender Lilies, I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, cheers, and enjoy.